Hello, welcome to the show. This is Hack Hunter, where we review some of the best and worst tattoo artists that are in your cities. Now, this is part number 2 of our Waco, Texas episode, and I know, guys, we've been doing quite a few episodes in Texas. It's even led some of you guys to believe that maybe I'm an artist from Texas, but sorry to say I am not. But while we were out in Waco, we came across an artist we just had to showcase. Enter Rico Vidales. Here he is, tattooing with his daughter in his lap, holding the tattoo machine, no less. So I think you guys can tell where this one's probably going to go. He's working at Smokeex Tattoo Studio there in Waco. I didn't see much there that I was impressed with. They did have one artist that was a little bit better than the rest, but overall, it's probably one you're going to want to avoid. If you want to check out his portfolio, SuaveInk254 on Instagram. Let me show you the highlights. Boy. Let's start with hand tattoos. I saw a ton of hand tattoos in his portfolio, and guys, I gotta tell you, if you want a hand tattoo, you need to find a specialist. This does not mean just any artist that's done hand tattoos in the past. Tattooing hands is different than tattooing an arm or a leg or a butt cheek. It's really, really thin skin with bone really close to the surface, which means our margin for error is very, very thin, okay? A millimeter too deep, we're gonna cause blurring lines and scarring. A millimeter too shallow, and you're gonna get ink loss, and it's all gonna disappear by the time it heals. This one is just a weird composition. I don't know why he positioned the mouth right on a knuckle like that, but overall the face is just jacked, weird looking, very, very strange. And here's another one. Oh my god, what is up with the buck teeth and the giant nostrils on this Day of the Dead girl? Again, just strange positioning to have the mouth so close to the knuckles, because these knuckles right here especially is very callous skin. At least on most people, it's really rougher skin, which means it sheds. It's a little bit denser skin. It's not going to hold the pigment as well as you want it to. So you usually, when you do a hand tattoo, you want to avoid that ridge of the knuckles if you can. But on all of his, he goes over the top. And I wish I could show you guys some of his stuff healed. Unfortunately, there's no pictures in this portfolio of healed stuff, because I'm guessing all of these hand tattoos are just really, really poorly healed at the end. This one I had to talk about because this is pretty common, right? The skeleton hand over top of the normal hand. This is we're not breaking new ground. This is a pretty popular design lately. But these carpal bones up here, I gotta show you this side by side. These are what carpal bones are supposed to look like, not this bag of marbles that he just put up here. This is so strange. But man, major red flag when an artist is not going to even take the time to research how the shape of the bones are supposed to be and where they're supposed to be. They just kind of give you a bunch of gumballs on top of each other. Just disappointing stuff. Here's another one where it's a pretty common one. I keep seeing this one in a lot of portfolios where it's supposed to be a demon whispering in your ear. I get it. It's kind of a religious style tattoo, but this one, just look at this weird, blurry, blotchy chunkiness down here. Can't tell what he was going for. The ear, super lazy. Just one hole right in the center of the ear. That's not how ears look. And the hand, of course, really jacked up looking. So he definitely missed the mark on this one. Here's another angle of it. And it took me a minute to even decipher that was supposed to be a demon's head and a hand there. So really, if it's taken me that long to figure out what it is, man, it's just really poor pre-planning on the artist's part, or no pre-planning at all, probably. Here's another neck piece. Again, you guys, you need a specialist with necks. You need an artist who has a skill with this, because they're very, very, it's squishy, elastic skin, which makes it hard for our needles to puncture evenly and consistently. So artists have to take their time. They have to go slower and really make sure that they're staying at the proper depth. This is just scratching the surface, and you can tell how beat up the skin is, how etchy it looks, and there's just no outline on it, because I'm guessing that he just had a really hard time creating nice, smooth outlines on a neck. It is difficult. So in the end, it's supposed to be a green rose, but it looks like somebody just threw up on the guy's neck instead. Let's talk about his cover-ups. This one, the line work doesn't look too bad from a distance. I zoom in, though, and you can see where there's errors, double, triple over the lines intersecting that aren't supposed to and all that. But he colored it. It gets even worse. Oh my goodness. How gnarly is that? Just super welt up, beat up skin, way too heavily saturated. It's pretty obvious. I would like to think any client out there, when you're looking at an artist's portfolio and they show pictures of their clients bleeding profusely, this is usually a pretty obvious red flag, guys. Not something you want to go to. Last but not least, he had so many ones in his portfolio where they were in the middle of the healing process. Look at that, the scabs and the flakiness. Why would you take this picture? Why would you post this to all your clients, your potential clients? Why would you show them a really jacked up tattoo that's still healing? And here's another one where it's just all kind of welty, peely. You can tell it's a couple days into the healing, so it does not look as good as it's supposed to. Not that this one was going to look that great anyway, because it's obviously a cover-up. You can see what he was trying to cover something up, but you usually don't want to use a face as a cover-up. This is why, because faces need skin breaks and highlight tones here, especially when they're done in gray wash. And yeah, you're not going to be able to cover things up with those light areas and those skin breaks. So really, all I saw was just major mistakes throughout, red flags galore. So Rico Vidales of Smokeex Tattoo goes on our hack list. That one's pretty obvious, guys. If you live there in Waco, go check out part number 1 if you want to see an artist that we really strongly recommended. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next city. All right, bye.